there, welcome back to the place where magic doesn't happen. I'm your favorite wallflower, Reeves. As I promised last month, I'm going to be sharing my rewrite of Frozen. Now, keep in mind this is a rewrite of the overall plot. That means I'll be glossing over the characters, though I'll explain what I liked and didn't like about them later. In this version of the story, it also takes on a more antagonistic role. I really like how at the beginning of the story they set her up for this, so I kept it in. I did rewrite Elsa and Anna's fight to go something like this. There's no such thing as love at first sight, Anna. You can't look at someone and fall in love. You don't want to marry someone you don't know. Please understand. I think it's best for you to take things slowly. How would you know? You haven't even been outside the palace wall since we were kids. Anna, please, you know. Do you know, Elsa? We haven't spoken in years, and yet you just act like you know everything about me. I'm not saying I know everything about you. I'm just saying don't marry someone after a day of knowing them. How would you know? All you've ever known is your shut door. It probably needs to be more fleshed out, but that's just the basics of it. This is the point where Elsa runs into the mountains and does the whole transformation. I don't really mind keeping in the Let It Go song. I think it would actually help the story because, number one, it illustrates how someone suffering from depression feels the need to shut others out to deal with their problems alone. It also kind of shows how Elsa's attitude towards her powers changes them. Like, if she believes that they are cursed, they become that. So, Elsa will be living alone, but she won't really be happy. She wants to let Anna in, but there is that fear that her powers would hurt her. Then, Anna visits Elsa in her palace. And I think this is where the real conflict begins. Because, yes, Elsa is the antagonist of the story, but instead of fighting Anna, she's fighting herself. Does she let her fear win? Does she keep Anna safe, but give up her happiness? Or does she let hope win? Acknowledge the fact that Anna may get hurt, but in doing so, maybe get the help she needs. I think at first the fear wins out. She isn't willing to hurt Anna. I think this really gives Elsa a bit more character. It kind of paints her as a selfless person, not wanting her family members to get hurt, but it also shows her flaws. She fears herself. So Elsa lets her fear win, but ends up hurting her sister. This leaves her heartbroken. But this is a turning point for Elsa. I know this might seem a bit rushed, but it only really takes one major event to start a change in someone. So with this, Elsa realizes that to save Anna, she has to become more, optimistic about her powers. She needs to accept her family, which in turn will help her accept herself. Fearing herself will just make things worse. She finally starts to let Anna in. Well, not really. She starts to, but it's gonna obviously take some time for her to, fully accept Anna. And that's how the movie ends. I just also want to add that I'm not keeping the whole Hans was the villain twist. I think it's kind of unnecessary in my version of the story. I also didn't really like it. I don't think it was put in the right context, but I'll talk about that a bit more after I talk about some of the other characters. So now, I'm just going to talk about some of the characters. So I really liked Anna. She has this naivety to her, which benefits her character. Olaf represents the good in Elsa, because for all the bad that Elsa's powers cause, Olaf was really the good thing that Elsa created. To me, Kristoff was an okay character. I mean, he was kind of there for prop purposes. Sven too, because I guess, cute animal, woohoo. Wow, I really sound like I do hate Kristoff. I don't hate him, I just didn't, he's whatever, man. And now, time for Hans. This is gonna probably be long. So I read a theory online that Hans is the mirror. I'll provide more context because that kind of just sounds random. So Frozen if you don't know, was based off the fairy tale The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. And in the story, there's this mirror that causes someone to see the worst in themselves and others. Or if a mirror shard gets into your heart, you become this cold person. Now, the theory goes that Hans reflects the mood of the story. So, like, when everyone's happy, he's happy. But when everyone is sad, he becomes, or more pessimistic, I should say, he becomes the villain. I'm really paraphrasing here because I read this when I first wrote the script, which was like a month ago, and I will leave a link to the theory if you guys want to read on it more, because I think it was a really good theory. If I remember to actually put the link in the description. And as for Elsa's character, I mean, she obviously needed some work. Her powers and how she handled them also needed some work. But obviously I kind of fixed that, or at least fixed the things I thought were wrong with her. But I hope you enjoyed my little rewrite of Frozen. Let me know if you would like to see me rewrite the plot of another movie. As of right now, I don't really have any rewrites planned. I know as far as next month that I'm going to write an original one-shot, which is like a little mini story. I also hope that you enjoyed the art. I know I said I was going to redraw Elsa and their villain design, but I did take a lot of inspiration from her villain design and then just added elements that I wanted to add. So she's also kind of my own design too. Inspiration from a couple images I found. But if you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate if you smash the like button, or at least just hit the like button. If you want to get notified for next month's video, subscribe and ring the bell to get notifications. And hey, thanks for watching. Bye!